Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now in this video, Bitcoin is currently testing this important support in the short term. So I'll be explaining exactly what that means for Bitcoin and what will happen if we break that level, because right now we have a brand new Bitcoin fractal that is currently playing out. This is a Bitcoin prediction that actually happened the last time we experienced a correction just like this one. So definitely stick around in this video for that. And I also will be covering this huge rising wedge pattern that is forming on the daily time frame, because the price is now starting to leave this pattern. This is really important to pay attention to. And on top of all of that, I'll also be covering the Bitcoin order books and the Bitcoin funding rates and the Bitcoin fear and greed index later in this video. So definitely make sure you're watching this entire video all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of that important information. And if that sounds good to you, just before we jump into it, make sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Bitcoin US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as I explained in yesterday's Bitcoin update video, of course, we are still finding support along this exact area of support that I've been talking about for quite a while. In fact, if you're watching the videos on this channel around 3 to 4 days ago now, when Bitcoin was up towards 50,000 US dollars, we were once again expecting a short-term move to the downside right into this support range just here. But keep in mind that even if Bitcoin is currently finding support along this level just here, which by the way, this level is coming in at just below 47,000 at around 46.8k approximately. But yeah, as I was saying, even if Bitcoin is just finding support along that in the short term, we still can break below that support level. So what do we need to pay attention to if that happens for Bitcoin? Well, first of all, if the Bitcoin price breaks that support level just there, another support level that I would be paying attention to is this line just here, which is coming in at around 44,500 US dollars, perhaps closer towards 45,000, because as you can see, it's an ascending line. So if we take a little bit longer to get down to that line, then obviously it would be coming in at a bit closer to 45,000. But yeah, as you can see, we've actually found support multiple times along that exact line just here. And these lines, of course, are not new for the subscribers out there. I've been talking about these lines on the chart for at least a week now on the channel, ever since we were starting to break to the upside out of this level. Once again, we were talking about these lines just here. So those are two short-term support levels according to this chart just here. But of course, we have some other factors that are playing on the Bitcoin chart as well. For example, we have this Bitcoin fractal that is currently playing out. And for the brand new viewers on the channel that don't know what a fractal is, it's basically an area in the chart that has played out previously in another time period. So in fact, this fractal just here, this prediction just here, I actually grabbed from this price action all the way back here. As you can see, this is still on the 4-hour Bitcoin to US dollar chart. And as you can see, starting in around the 10th of July, all the way down to this bottom in around the 20th of July, just down here at around 29,000 is where we bottomed out for Bitcoin. Once again, I basically just grabbed that price action, replicated that price action, dragged it over to the current price action. And as you can see, we've actually been following this fractal very closely so far. We've actually seen that sideways consolidation leading into that slight little pump to the upside, leading into a dump to the downside, another pump to the upside, which was followed by another short-term dump to the downside. And now we are in somewhat of a sideways consolidation, just as what we were in the last time that this actually happened, as you can see, before one last dip to the downside. And then of course, we will find some support at some lower support levels just here, and then start bouncing back to the upside. Once again, that is simply just if this fractal plays out. Obviously, that is not guaranteed to happen. But yeah, I just found it interesting, and I thought it should be something that I should mention, because once again, we have been following it very closely so far. And also not just that, but this fractal does actually fit in pretty nicely with this downwards channel that Bitcoin has been forming. As you can see just here within these yellow lines, we have been in a short-term downtrend on the 4-hour time frame, and we have not broken that short-term downtrend just yet, because of course we have been forming some lower highs and also lower lows, obviously, and we haven't yet formed a higher low or a higher high. So of course, I'll let you guys know as soon as that happens over on my Twitter and on this YouTube channel. And I have mentioned this in previous Bitcoin videos, but for the new viewers on the channel, I'll mention it for you. Basically, if the Bitcoin price does dip down towards those sort of prices just there, I'm talking around 44,000, give or take, once again, then I myself, as a part of my Bitcoin strategy, I will be accumulating more Bitcoin at around that price range to hold for the longer term. Of course, do your own research as well and come up with your own strategy. This is not financial advice or anything, but once again, that is just what I'm doing. And so far, buying it around that range just there has been pretty profitable once again. So even if we do play out a little bit more bearish price action in the short term, just keep in mind that this is all in the short term. And once again, bearish price action gives us better buying opportunities, because obviously it is better to buy at cheaper prices than it is to buy at more expensive prices. And on top of all of that, something else that suggests another move to the downside is this exact pattern just here. But just before I cover this pattern and the potential break to the downside right here, I'll quickly mention for the new viewers on the channel, right now there's actually less than 1 day to go for the World Series of Trading. Seriously, it's a matter of hours until this competition officially begins. We've been waiting for this for around a week now. So for any of you that are still interested, once again, you seriously only have around 20 hours to go to get involved. And for the new viewers on the channel, once again, for those of you that don't know, the World Series of Trading is basically just a trading competition that comes around once every year. And this year it's got a total maximum prize pool of $7.5 million US. If the maximum participants are met, and right now in the teams so far with the current participants, we're actually up to a $1.8 million prize pool. So of course that's still a crazy prize pool. And I'm actually running a team in this World Series of Trading. So far we've got 42 members in our team. So thanks to all 42 of you that have signed up so far. Let's see if we could try and get the team up to 50 members before the trading starts in around a day from now. But anyway, if you're wanting to join our team, basically you'll find the first link in the description down below. It will take you to this page just here. And all you have to do is scroll down to the all troops and you'll find a bunch of other troops in here. They're the teams in this competition. And then just go in this search menu here, search for Crypto World, and it'll pop up with my team here. And you can join my team if you would like. And just by being a member in our team, you'll actually get a share in that multi-million-dollar prize pool if our team places well in this competition. And of course, the more members in our team, the better our chances are for placing well in this competition. And also what's really cool is just by joining our team, you can actually apply for an extra Bitcoin bonus of up to $3,650 for free just by joining my team before the 4th of September. But once again, you'll find all of that information in the description down below and also in the pinned comment if you want to check it out. And now giving you guys an update on this rising wedge pattern on the daily Bitcoin chart that I did actually cover yesterday on the channel. And I'll let you guys know yesterday that we really need to see a daily candle close below this support level just here to help confirm the break to the downside. And right now we have confirmed one daily candle close below this support level. Now, of course, right now it was only slightly below the support level. So for example, some of you might be thinking you could just adjust this line slightly and fit in this bounce just here, as you can see just there. So that's why this retest is also really important for Bitcoin as well. That's currently what we are doing right now with this green daily candle. As you can see, we're currently retesting this previous level of support that we've bounced off 3 times in total. And if we confirm that line now as resistance and get a rejection along that line, that's how you know that the breakdown is confirmed. And the technical price target for this pattern is actually $38,000 US, all the way at the bottom of the wedge. But once again, keep in mind that we have those other areas of support along the way. For example, 44,000 being one of the biggest areas of support that we need to pay attention to, because those areas can actually prevent the Bitcoin price making it all the way down to the technical price target for this rising wedge at 38,000 once again. And when you're zooming into the 4-hour chart, you can actually see the retest a little bit more clearly. As you can see just here, once again, we saw the break to the downside over the past 1 day or so. We've pretty much just head sideways. We've actually seen quite a lot of wicks to the upside and to the downside, showing a lot of indecision in the markets at the moment. But yeah, as you can see just here, we had this 1 4-hourly candle that actually pushed to the upside, and that led into one rejection from this line just here. So on the 4-hour time frame, technically speaking, we have now seen the rejection from this level just here, which actually has confirmed the break to the downside. But keep in mind, because of the size of this pattern and because it is visible on the daily time frame, we really need to actually confirm this with a daily candle as well. And also preferably if we can see the volume pick up a little bit more here to actually help back up this move, that would be even better, because of course the lower the volume, the easier it is to manipulate the price of Bitcoin. So keep that in mind. And also heading into the weekend, historically speaking, over weekends we actually see lower volume compared to during the week. So that's just another reason to be a little bit cautious and perhaps skeptical of the current price action in Bitcoin. So just take all of that into consideration as well. But also taking a look at the Bitcoin order books just here, in terms of the buy orders, there's really nothing too special going on. As you can see just here, we're seeing a gentle amount of buy orders to the downside, showing pretty evenly distributed support in terms of the buy orders once again. But looking at the sell orders, we see a massive spike in the sell orders at around $48,000 per Bitcoin, as you can see just here. And the sell orders to the upside really continue to ramp up all the way up towards around $48,500. And then after $48,500, as you can see just here, the sell orders really drop off after that. So pretty much in between $48,000 and $48,500, that little $500 price range for Bitcoin, I would expect a decent amount of resistance for the Bitcoin price in that price range, simply due to all of those sell orders placed in that price range once again. Taking a quick look at the Bitcoin funding rates on these exchanges, as you can see just here, they are looking really neutral right now, which is of course a great sign, because a few days ago, probably close to a week ago now, I was covering these funding rates on the channel back then, of course, and I was letting you guys know that they were actually looking bearish. They were looking very, very positive, which means there was a lot of long positions open on most of these exchanges, and I actually could use that information to predict some short-term bearish price action, exactly what we've been seeing over the past couple of days once again. But the fact that these funding rates are now looking much more neutral, they're closer to zero, and in fact, some of them are even in the negative territory. That is once again a lot better for the Bitcoin price. It is a lot healthier for the Bitcoin market. And by the way, the more negative that these funding rates go, the more short positions that are currently active on Bitcoin. And of course, if a short position is active, it's already done the selling, because when you're opening the short position, you immediately sell Bitcoin, for example, if the short position is on Bitcoin. But then when you want to close that short position, you have to buy back into Bitcoin. So when these funding rates are negative, once again, that means we're seeing a lot of active short positions, which means that's basically buying energy that is stored within those short positions, that is potential buying pressure waiting to be released on the Bitcoin market once again. So basically, the more negative that these funding rates go, the more bullish that is. But yeah, right now they're looking pretty neutral, not overly bullish or overly bearish. But yeah, taking a look at the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, as you can see just here, right now, we're still looking at a greed signal, which is of course leaning slightly more bearish, because anytime we're looking in the greed, and especially in the extreme greed, that is actually a sign that we are due for some sort of bearish price action sometime soon. But right now, as you can see just here, today, this has actually dropped back to the downside compared to where we were yesterday. So we are right now heading in the right direction compared to yesterday, which is obviously really good. The closer we are to neutral, the better. But that's just about everything I have to say for this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you got something valuable out of this video. And if you did, be sure to leave a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on, so that you're not missing out on any of these future videos. I post these videos every single day here on the channel, and it only takes a couple seconds out of your day to click like and subscribe down below. And of course, it costs you nothing, and you're going to be getting this valuable content every day once again. And by the way, we just crossed over the 60,000 subscriber milestone on this channel, and that is crazy. Seriously, thank you so much, every single one of you. I really do appreciate all of the support that you guys show every single video. Just thank you, all of you. And right now, this channel is actually on track to perhaps hit 100,000 before the end of the year. So let's see if we can all keep pumping this channel subscribers to the upside, and perhaps that might help Bitcoin to pump to the upside as well, because I'm sharing Bitcoin a lot on this channel, obviously. So if you have any friends that might be interested in crypto, be sure to share these videos around with them as well. But yeah, anyway, that's really everything I have to say for this video. Once again, I really appreciate all of your support as always, and I'll see you all in the next video.